Sugar Boogers, welcome back to the channel for yet another episode of Raising Kaley. So right now, you guys, we are having a little bit of a funeral or memorial for Autumn, just kind of, honoring her passing. Right now we have Riley and Rose, we have Tate here and their little boy. Rose has been such a trooper, just kind of taking care of the kids. She's just making sure that Kaley is as comfortable as possible. She's super duper confused, but she totally notices the absence of her mother, and it's extremely hard on her and Odin. And even Tate too has come by to show his condolences, and he does feel genuinely upset. He didn't intend for her to pass that way or to die even. It was an accident. It was a freak accident. I know here on my channel we have a lot of ulterior motives, but no matter how much he didn't like Autumn, he would never ever in a million years take somebody's mother away from them. Especially a little girl's mother at that. So we are just about finished with the funeral. Odin actually has to go into work today, which is really unfortunate. He did end up taking yesterday off, but his boss is only going to allow him to take off so many days before he's just going to kind of get fed up with it. So I did throw a black and white bash because I thought that would be most appropriate for, the given scenario. But, obviously we're not going to complete the task. We did actually, we did end up engraving the headstone, and I wrote a loving mother and friend because I honestly didn't know what else to say. We can actually, we can call forth the ghost. That's kind of creepy. I wonder if maybe Kaley's able to do that. Speaking of Kaley, her birthday is actually coming up in the next few days, and Odin is desperately trying to find any information on Kaley's father because he actually doesn't have any on him. I mean, any sort of relative that can take care of Kaley would be amazing right now, or at least to have someone in her life. It actually looks like she was able to kind of process her feelings, and even though it may not seem like it, this funeral was a great thing. She was able to say goodbye to her mom. Kaley and Autumn had a bond that honestly I don't even understand. The two were so close together because they have been through everything. She basically had to put aside all of her wants and dreams to raise her daughter and be the best mom that she could possibly be. And she hopes no matter who takes care of her daughter, that they will also kind of put forth that best effort and sacrifice in order to see her happy. And I don't know, I'm scared that Brandon isn't fit for the bill. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly don't think that he is going to be able to give her the attention that she requires. And I mean, really, is Odin, he's kind of like a single bachelor in a sense. He is really trying to develop his career. Like, does he have the time and the I guess I wouldn't say effort or attention, but does he have the time to take care of her? I honestly don't know, but there's something so sweet about these two. I don't know. I don't feel like she's closer to Odin than she is her own dad, but she definitely loves him. Like, whenever he goes into another room, she follows. It's just so sweet watching them. And I really would love for her to go with Brandon, but he's not in the position to he's just not in the position to take care of her. So it doesn't matter, though. We do need to give him the opportunity. Even if he isn't ready, we need to see that for ourselves. So right now, I'm actually going to have Odin hop onto the computer, and he's going to read the obituaries, I guess. Let's go and have him do that. And he's just going to see if, hold on. We actually have somebody who wasn't able to make it to the funeral. Jason. Maybe we'll even actually end up having a bond. That would be really, really, really sweet. He's coming by to give his condolences. He wasn't actually able to make it to the funeral. So he says. He probably honestly didn't want to go, and I don't blame him. He wasn't that close to Autumn or anything quite like that, but he does actually feel really, 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 really bad about what happened. So we're going to console him as well, because even though, he wasn't close to her, it's still a horrible thing to witness. Like, they all saw this horrific thing happen right before their eyes, and of course on Spooky Day too. Anyway, he's just trying to see if we need anything, and I really like him. I think he is a sweet, 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 sweet kid. And hopefully us kind of talking about, know, the death of Autumn will maybe make things a little bit easier to process. Okay, so we're actually really late for work and our boss is calling. Okay, it says Odin is missing work. If he misses too many days, his job performance will suffer. I mean, I kind of feel like I don't know. I feel like I want to quit my job because he's like really stressing me out right now. Like, I just had a loss, dude, and you're gonna like harass me. Like, what am I supposed to do with Kaley? Like, get a nanny? I guess. Anyways, we have to go to work for a couple hours. I'm gonna have Odin do that, even though he doesn't want to. He's going to, and he's gonna hire a nanny for Kaley to come in. He doesn't want her going to a daycare, especially like in the situation she's in. I mean, just imagine her being around a whole bunch of kids. It's probably not something she really wants to do. She's feeling really sad because she was all for my parent not being around. From Odin leaving, she actually has a little bit of separation anxiety. Oh, that's kind of sweet. So she's going to go and sleep it off until Odin returns. Odin's not coming back, you guys, until 9 o'clock at night. That is a seriously long time. And Jason's just kind of hanging out at the house, helping clean up a little bit, which I think is so incredibly sweet. All right, writer's block. Odin is a little stuck on his latest story. He notices that a coworker accidentally left behind a manuscript draft in the office he borrows. Oh, does he borrow it? Odin's been rusty, you guys. He hasn't been writing very much, and I think I told you he suffered a pretty big writer's block. So I would love to say Odin would be honest, but his mind just isn't in the place to be able to think of stories right now, so he's going to actually steal some ideas. Whoops! Looks like the co-worker's story about a cross-species liaison is in its galactical political ramifications is just a little too unique. Oh god. They find out about Odin's plagiarism and report it to his manager. Oh my gosh. He's probably going to end up getting fired. This is terrible. All right, so Odin just got basically accused of plagiarism. He lost a huge chunk in his job performance, which really, really sucks. I honestly don't know why he even tries at this point, but it looks like it is Kaley's birthday. I'm pretty positive Brandon would reach out. I mean, he's got to know where she's living, so I'm going to assume maybe somehow, some way they got in contact with each other. I should get going right now. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Jason, for coming by. Honestly, your help was mucho appreciated. Why am I even trying to crack jokes right now? Why is there this random freaking light in this bedroom? I'm gonna go just delete this really quick. Hold on, guys. Pretend you never saw that. I don't know. Maybe somehow, some way we were able to get his information at work. I have no clue how this happened, but we do end up finding out where he is currently staying. I honestly don't feel like I should bring Kaley around Brandon right at this present moment. I feel like if anything, we should go and kind of pay him a visit personally. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We ended up going home a little bit earlier because we just weren't doing that well. And to be honest with you, Odin does not feel like being at work. So he's looking up the address to Brandon's house, and he lives in San Myshuno, an apartment. This already isn't looking good. At all. But obviously we need to make this connection because either way the pendulum swings, whether he wants to assume responsibility for her or not, we need to be able to give him that option. So it looks like he's actually home right now. So we're gonna go by ourselves. Like I said, we're not gonna put Kaley in that kind of situation. It's probably already so confusing for her. That's why I don't want her to go with her dad. There's already something wrong. She's missing her father or her mother. And, well, her dad too, her mom, and then to take her out of the house that she's been living in for the last few years and throw her in a completely unfamiliar situation. I don't feel like a lot of you guys are completely understanding how traumatic that would be, especially for her to live in a bachelor pad right now. It just isn't something that is honestly realistic. But I did say you guys can kind of have dictatorship of what happens. I'm gonna leave a poll. I think I may have already done this, not sure, but if I didn't, I'm gonna go leave a poll in the left hand side to see who she can live with. I really feel like she should stay with Odin. I feel like she should stay with Odin, and he should assume almost Autumn's partnership in this co-parenting thing that she has with Brandon. Anyway, we're gonna talk to him. And I think what we're going to do is maybe we can tell him about the death. I don't know if there is a possibility or any way that we can bring up Autumn's death to him. So I think that I'm going to do is just kind of ask for advice. And it is revolving around her death. And he is like super duper duper shocked right now. And we're not gonna complain about the problems, but we are going to kind of talk to him about like our dilemma with Kaley. And it doesn't really seem like he's all that like ready to step up to the plate, which is a little unfortunate. Anyways, he feels kind of bad about it, but he's I don't know what you guys think. What do you think? He needs to think about it. He's like, there's a reason why Kaley was living with Autumn. I'm just not responsible enough to be her father full time. He's like, dude, I hate to break it to you, son, but nobody's ready to be a father full time, especially at the age that you had her. But she needs you, man. She needs her dad in her life. He's like, yeah, I hear you, man, and I want to be that guy, but like, look at my situation. I don't even have it figured out. Let me think about it for a little bit, dude. I know her birthday's coming up, and I would love to be there for her. Make sure that you extend me an invite. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just gonna kind of chat with him, make that connection, like I said, and I guess you guys are gonna be really the ones to kind of dictate what happens with Kaley, if she moves in with her dad or she stays with Odin. I don't foresee this being a positive situation. Are we gonna have an argument over custody here? I think we might. So it appears that what is it? I'll clean out spoiled food. That is not your job. So it appears that he needs to like process this. Obviously, he's not going to just take her in right away when she, you know what I mean? Like he needs to figure out how he's going to make this work. It's kind of where he left the conversation. And honestly, Odin is still feeling extremely, extremely heartbroken. The death of a friend affects those closest to them. Sims can mourn at tombstones to feel more at peace, and he hasn't mourned as much as Kaley did because he didn't want to like cry in front of her. He would like to go and maybe grab a coffee or something like that with Beth. We're gonna go and send her a sad text. He just really feels like he needs a shoulder to cry on because he's been kind of like this strong support system for quite a while now. So it looks like, oh hey Odin, you sound really down. Come over and I'll cheer you up. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so it looks like Beth has asked us to come over to her house. She lives at the Cacti Casa, so it's kind of interesting. I actually don't know what her house looks like. Oh, it's cute. Okay, so it's like the basic house. Interesting. So this is where Beth lives. Nice. She's such a sweetheart. She really, really is. So let's go and have a deep conversation with her. And I don't know. We'll tell her a traumatic story. She's gonna invite us inside. Maybe she has like a cup of coffee or something we can have. It doesn't really look like she has anything, but I would love to maybe come sit and chat at this table. This is a really interesting little house. I like the little bit in the middle there. That's kind of cool. And yeah, this is definitely, I could see this being her place. It just seems a little, I don't know, a little vintage. Maybe that's what she loves. She likes like vintagey things, you know? Anyway, let's see what else I can do. I would like to write in my journal, go to work feeling inspired, and also buy a toddler slide. He's already like thinking of purchasing things for her. So he's feeling a little embarrassed for like, getting caught plagiarizing. Anyway, we're going to ask about her career. We're just going to kind of chat her up, get to know her. Obviously we're going to talk about what happened to Autumn, and she feels absolutely horrible for what happened. It looks like Belle is actually a painter. Interesting. I thought she worked in like with plants and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, I guess she actually paints. That's really cool. So I'm gonna give her a heartfelt compliment. Thank her for extending out an arm. I feel like this sense of sincerity that she gives off is such a rarity these days. I feel like a lot of people just aren't, I don't know. I feel like they aren't that, how do you say, like that, not sincere, but it starts with an S. I can't really think of what it is right now, but soft? No, I don't know. People don't have a lot of sympathy. That's what I was trying to say. I don't have a lot of sympathy for others these days, and it's just to see her have that towards Odin, it's nice. I like it. I like her too. She's cute. She has like this old fashion vibe to her that I really truly do admire. So I'm gonna go and express my admiration to her. It's getting quite late. We need to get back to Kaley, and we're gonna go and leave it with a hug. I guess we actually have quite a good relationship with her, so I'm gonna give her a hug, and hopefully that isn't too like intrusive. And I don't know, I really appreciate her, and I would love to see more of her at some time. And yeah, so we're gonna go and head on home now. I'm actually gonna go and switch. Can I switch over to Kaley? I can't. So I'm gonna have Odin go home. It's super late, and he doesn't like to leave like Kaley that long by herself. But he had a lot of things that he had to go and accomplish today. And hopefully, you know what? In a picture perfect world, I really do hope Brandon steps up to the plate and figures out where he can make things work to be a father figure to Kaley. I genuinely do, but I just don't foresee that happening. And honestly, you guys are probably going to give me the argument with the fact that Odin, isn't stable in his job, and like anything can happen, and he's trying to make it. It's stressful all around. Like this was so flippin' unexpected. So we're gonna go and give an extra $100 tip because it is way later than we had anticipated, and we are going to also dismiss her. That is a large $100 bill. It's actually in an envelope. And then look at Kaley. Oh, Kaylee's coming down to say hi to Odin. Oh, give your mamas a hug. Let's go. I'm gonna give her a freaking huge squeeze. I love this little girl, and that's the thing too. Odin's getting attached to Kaley in a way that he never thought he would. He really didn't. Oh, she didn't want a hug though. That was funny. She's being a little temperamental, but that's totally fine. All right, well, let's see if we can kind of turn her sourpuss attitude around. I want to maybe read her a story. I think that would be really sweet. Or something like that. Let me see what we can do. Tell a group story, teach to talk, read toddler book. Let's go read her a toddler book. That is so sweet. Oh, all right. So they're going to come inside. Oh, no. They're going to sit on the porch. How beautiful. Okay, well, maybe not. I hope maybe they will. Let's see. I'm going to pause this really quick. I hate when, like, you get all excited for, like, a really cute interaction and then it just, like, kind of flops in your face a little bit. So let's try this one more time here. Awesome. Okay, it looks like it's gonna work this time. There they go. They're just having their moment. Oh, you guys, like, why would you ever want to break this up? This is perfect. Look at him just being an amazing dad. Like, he really would. I swear to you, like, this is what Kaley would want. Or, I keep calling her Kaley, but Autumn. Like, look at them. Oh my gosh, this is going to break his heart. This is going to break my heart if she ends up going to Brandon. Like, I don't know what to do. Anyways, let's just go and finish the story. And I think that this book is having a positive effect on her. She's actually reached level 4 of the imagination skill. I kind of want to see a little bit into her character development. She really doesn't have a lot. It seems very neutral, but she is a very clingy sim. And she's super sad because she's very tired. So I think that's enough storytelling. I'm gonna have Odin go ahead and put her to bed because it's super late, and she's been really patient. Oh my god, I love them. Can he put her to sleep, or am I just gonna have her go to bed? Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is just teleport her over to her bed and just pretend he tucked her in or something like that. Or maybe I can use the teleportation here. Let's do this. I'm going to have I'm going to have him tuck Kaley in bed. I think that would be super sweet right now. So she should teleport here in just a second. It might take a little bit of a minute because this thing is being super sticky. Okay, it doesn't look like she's going to teleport, but I'm going to have her go and sit on this bed really quick. We just have to wait for her. Where is she actually? Oh my goodness, there she is. Okay, it looks like Odin is going to go and put her to bed. Perfect. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. Awesome. All right, so there she is. He went and got her. Oh, can we tuck her in? Yes, perfect. Yay. Oh my goodness, you guys. Stop. Oh, stop. I love him. He is going to make an amazing daddy someday. Oh, even if it isn't to Kaley, he really is. All right, you guys. Well, I think what I'm going to do is kind of have Odin maybe go in and work a little bit on his book. I think he needs to. Okay, she totally just crawled out of bed right now. That is so funny. All right, well, I think she's going to go back. So anyway, let's just focus on Odin right now. And I think he does need to continue writing, resume writing, raising Kaley. That's exactly what I want him to do. I want him to finish his book. And not to mention, I'm trying to sell you right now, but from a storytelling standpoint, I feel like their story, I have a little bit of a vision, okay? I feel like their story is going to play out a lot more beautifully than her living with Brandon. But hey, I'm not here to judge, and if that's what you want to try, we'll try it. We'll try it. I'm not sure I'm going to like it, but we'll try it. So I'm going to have him kind of blaze through as much as he can through this book just to finish up some of these pages. It's a very long story, you guys. And I mean, obviously, you know, it's a lot's going on. So I think, you know, we'll work on it a little bit every day because I don't want to do it all at once because, you know what I mean? It's a Raising Kaley book. So anyway, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and he has to go to work. Oh my goodness gracious, in 8 hours. And he is exhausted. And I feel like Kaley is going to wake up any moment now. Anyways, guys, I do feel like I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this part right here. I feel like it's a perfect stopping point. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, even though it is relatively on the shorter side. And if you did, please don't forget to go and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.